So my interest in natural fertility was really piqued by my own issues with fertility and conceiving. So I wanted to find out as much information as I could because there's a lot of info out there, but I wanted to know what was better for me.
My interest in natural fertility actually began a couple of years ago, and I had been on the pill for about 10 years on and off, and I started noticing that it was doing all these things to me, and I wasn't really happy with how it was affecting me emotionally and just physically. So I started looking into natural options for avoiding conception, and I did what most people do, and I got onto Dr. Google and I started Googling all these things, and basically in the end I just realised that there was just so much information out there that I was just overwhelmed, and I needed to, nut it out. I needed to understand it properly. So what I did was I went back to Google and I found Natural Fertility New Zealand, and I guess that was the beginning of the journey with Natural Fertility New Zealand and learning the symptothermal method. Okay, the symptothermal method is basically a form of natural family planning whereby you use two checks to monitor your fertility throughout your cycle. So that includes your basal body temperature in the morning and also monitoring your cervical mucus and also sensation. So this is different to other forms of natural family planning in that some other ones just focus on the mucus and sensation, and some other ones also incorporate computerized systems, but this one is very accessible for women because they don't actually need to pay for any expensive equipment or anything, and it's the kind of information that can carry them right throughout their life.
I enjoyed the course because it fitted around my lifestyle, and I selected this one because it also didn't have any medical intervention. It was all about the science behind it and a natural way to manage that.
One thing I loved about studying with NFNZ was that I found that once you graduated, you were a part of this organisation, and they completely supported you, and they have supported me since graduating, and you're not just left on your own to sort of struggle and that kind of thing. You've got a wealth of knowledge amongst other women, and it's fantastic.
The practicums were probably my most favourite part of the course because it was an environment where I got to meet the other educators currently doing the training as well and be immersed in all that knowledge.
The practicum was great because you have the opportunity to actually practice with other people. So the whole practicum, you're practicing one-on-one, pretending pretending the other person's a client. So you're actually interacting with one another as if you were interacting with your future clients. So it's wonderful practice, and it's not just theory-based, so it's great. While I did this course, I was also doing, I'm training to be a naturopath, so I was studying and also managing a couple of other part-time jobs. So I was quite busy in the other areas of my life, but the way that the course is kind of is packaged and delivered is such a way that you can actually manage it with whatever else is going on in your life. And I think that was one of the great things about it. I didn't have to take large swathes of time off to focus on it. I was able to sort of with the theory, sort of take a little bite off at a time, and then of course you've got the practicum, which is the only time that you really need to sort of set aside for the course.
To be honest, it was kind of daunting to start with after completing the training, but I went out there and grabbed the bull by the horns, and I've seen a couple of clients now, and it's been probably the most rewarding part of that is that when you sit down with a client, all that knowledge that you've just learned comes rushing back to you, and you can actually answer their questions with correct answers. I've also done some community education sessions as well with medical professionals, so I've enjoyed those, and it's been a learning experience and quite rewarding as well.
To be perfectly honest with you, when I started training to be a natural fertility educator, I did it more for myself. I did it more to understand the method for myself so that I could apply it to myself. It wasn't until the first practicum that I realised that this was actually, an actual modality that could actually be taught to other women. So it was quite motivating and inspiring. So in the past year, since graduating, I have seen a number of clients, and it's been wonderful because you have the support of the other educators.
I would recommend the course to other people because if you've got an interest in natural fertility, or if you perhaps want to help other people with their own issues, it's a great way to do that, and it's a really manageable course to fit around your lifestyle, so it's perfect for that. And you could turn it into a business opportunity if you wanted to as well.
I would really recommend women to do this course. There is a real need in New Zealand for this empowering information. Just two examples of why we could take the pill. A lot of women are told they can't take the pill, and so we're looking for natural alternatives for avoiding conception. And the other big reason is that, currently we've got 1 in 5 New Zealand couples who are struggling with trying to conceive, and it's a well-known fact that you can halve your conception time if you understand the right time to try.